let's do one last thing, and then by the time we're done with that last thing, we block each other, like from where we are. Hold on now, have an open mind. Have an open mind now, calm down. Wait now, I've not finished talking and you're talking rubbish. So I'm saying, let's be definite about it, right? It's not just blocking, but also just Xing. No, like Xing, like never talking again, never ever talking again, never ever seeing again. But then one last thing has to happen before that happens. You want me to say it? Cost me how? Channel now, for reals, I'm not joking. I'm serious, like this will just put an end to it. I'm telling you, facts. Channel now. You think about it, like is that not fair? That's not stupid. But I mean, we've been stupid all along, so let's do the one stupidest thing. Yeah, let's do the last stupidest thing, and then from there, oh god, hey, that's the solution. This other one you said is not a solution.
Guys, the internet is bustling, and this Frank, Edoho and Sandra's case just took a different turn. Oh my god, guys, girls are not smiling. Yeah, we thought we had seen it all when Frank was playing the victim. Like, he said people were sending him messages telling him, oh, please take heart, be a man, and all of that. And he was like, thank you, sending thank you messages to everyone who cared to send a message of try and take it as a man. And we thought, oh, sorry, this Sandra, how come she just they do pin matter with Chike, and we're like, why? What's a man do, man? Little did we know that that's Frank Edoho. One would think that after failing in his first marriage, that he would have learned that this second marriage, that some things he had in that first marriage, that he shouldn't take it into the second marriage. Didn't we say, don't the English people say, once beaten, twice shy? I'm really surprised. You remember the what he said on Bayu Babi?
Punishment I can give a woman is malice.
Where he said he was the king of malice. And we got thinking like, king of malice. But anyway, some of us were like, okay. So we're like, okay, if he says he's king of malice, should we be listening to somebody who has had, a failed marriage and says that, does it make it better if your ex comes out to say you were abusive, and you're like, no, I'm the king of malice, I don't touch? Because that was what, in case you've not seen that interview, you can go and see it. And that was what actually led to that particular statement. He meant to say he doesn't hit, but then he'd rather keep malice, that he was a king of malice. And we got thinking like, okay, anyway, we just brushed it aside and said that's why the marriage failed. Because how are you in a marriage and actually you'll be keeping malice? They say some people can keep malice 1 month, 2 months. God, they fear God. I'm like, how now? As how now? Like, you married the woman, or you married yourselves, so that you come and keep her in the house and be keeping her malice, emotionally torturing her. And this girl wasn't going to have it in the second marriage. And she helped herself. And we thought, it was due to malice and all of that. Little did we know that the one that was playing the victim, Frank Edoho, wasn't a victim at all. And when this video leaked out, where, Sandra was telling Chika that let's do the stupidest, the one last stupidest thing, this time, and block ourselves. And we're like, oh my God. I was like, was this really her? I really didn't do any video about it because I was just like, okay, let me get to the root of this matter. We were like, now wow, what is happening? And people were saying, waiting man do man. But then Sandra went to the internet. I was like, you know what? I have been quiet. And this was what she put out. Let me read. Get a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. It longs. And it reads, surviving a bitch ass nigga. Frank Edoho. That is what she titled it. Guys. Choosing to remain silent may give mixed signals to the narrative that a sadist and narcissist peddles, making everyone believe he is a victim. And we're like, wait, Lade, what is happening? Choosing to marry a man, raising our beautiful kids single-handedly, building and growing a successful design business, and giving myself wholly, undiluted and faithful through and through. Okay? Like she was faithful, undilutedly faithful, true and true. We'll continue. Until you decided that while I am pregnant with our first child, you would rather have a prolonged affair that lasted years with an actress. They call names, so open your ears. I not too like uncles, I not too like gist. Anyway, Umberg Amata amongst other women. We were like, who be Umberg Amata? Where do I even begin? The nights crying on the days you tormented me to abort our second child. Because you were in numerous relationships. Underline the word relationships. And not ready to be a father. Throughout the emotional, physiological, mental and physical torture and abuse, I stayed committed, faithful, shielding you, carrying, or was it carrying like egg? But you are a shell, wasted up and dried out. You live for validation of the internet. So enjoy your 10 seconds of pity party. A deadbeat. That is exactly what you are. I single-handedly sponsored your lavish lifestyle. You know the girl is a big girl. Business class tickets, 5-star hotel, luxury trips, all the home bees, including that of the other children from your previously failed marriage. What was the man not doing? Somebody pinch me. Like, what was he not doing with his money? Is that okay? Let's continue. Says, I took your mom abroad to the United States and she lived in my parents' home for years. I tried to cover you, tried to protect you, tried to shield you. no one knew how empty you were, how empty you still are. When this hit and we saw it, we were like, this one now, we need to talk. What is happening? Somebody was like, Sandy, what is happening? I'm like, I don't know, I'm just seeing it as you are seeing it. Like, seriously? The uncle who thought was like, oh, this man has been through a lot. Probably he was, since he had a failed first marriage, was trying to so much so, protect this other one so that it will not fail again. Like, you mean first marriage didn't teach this brother to keep his panties, to keep his pee inside the panties? They called names, so I had to cut some parts. How he was carrying a shower, allegedly, and all of that. And I was like, I don't get it. Like, how? And now, guys, you won't believe. Sisters are, if you see the comments under these, sisters are thanking Brother Chike now. Like, telling Brother Chike their family problems, thanking him for helping a sister out, for lending a crying and people are like thanking Brother Chike, like, Brother Chike, my husband has been keeping me malice. I don't understand. Some people are like, Brother Chike, thank you for helping out this generation. I cannot even understand. Like, people are attacking Brother Chike, saying, thank you for having a shoulder for a sister to cry on. Thank you for helping out a sister. And thank you for being there for a sister. Like, this is our generation. Girls are not smiling. I don't understand. Like, seriously, this, during our mother's days, I don't know how it would have, I think it would have had probably a different reaction. What do you think, guys? Because during our mother's time, maybe probably, I think Sandra would have been probably shamed, or because it was like a man had the right to do whatever he wanted to do. Even if, I believe most of the women were actually very sad and very, very depressed, because no woman wants that actually. And except, you have gone into agreements, on it before even starting it from the beginning, which I don't have issues with. It's like a woman knowing that, okay, you have four wives and he wants to come inside. Woman knows you have a wife before and wants to come inside. That means you have signed that, okay, I want to be number 2. Then, there's no problem there. But, I think those days, some of them were just crying silently, unlike now, where, women are, especially when, like this one self can't be breadwinner on top of it, self breadwinner, and she was faithful. Honestly, I don't know. This is our generation. What do you guys think? Don't you think we are heading for what now? Where it's like, because anyway, she said she's been faithful. So she probably got tired, because if it's this bad with what she has actually put out there, and then that means it's really, really bad. And she's a breadwinner on top of it. Not that even if you are the breadwinner, you can cheat on your spouse or whatever. But I mean, she is like the man. Do you think that's even why the man became what he became? Or someone would say, oh, first marriage also failed. That means the man probably has a problem, because if you had a first failed marriage and you have a second one where even the woman is a provider, one would expect that he would have protected this woman at all costs, shielded her, and, really cared for her, loved her, the way she wanted to be loved. But instead, with this that we've seen, it's like he really threw her under the bus and, left her outside to hang and dry out. Guys, this one passed me. I was really surprised too. Like, here I was thinking that Frank Edoho, like I said from the beginning, was the victim, but now we are now seeing that far from it, the woman has been the victim. Oh my God. Like, I saw it and I was like, okay, I have to come and talk now. Oh my God, this is really, really sick. But anyway, what do you think? Anyway, your comments below, let's hear it. Do you think the generation now is better than the before generation? I would really love to know. See you on my next one. Have a lovely day. Bye.